Hey everybody, it's Ed. All right, so I have been able to think a lot more about the movie, the Elvis movie that I watched last night. Now, before I even get into that, just so you understand, if you have seen my review that I posted after I watched the movie, the first thing that I said about it was that it didn't suck. But I meant that sincerely. In other words, it was really a good movie. And I know at the end of my review last night, I said I would give it 3 out of 4, or 7.5 out of 10. But now that I've sat back and thought about it and, thinking about what they left out, what they didn't leave out, things they kind of got a little inaccurate, inaccuracies here and there. But overall, I would have to say it was a really good movie. Be honest with you, I have never seen a Baz Luhrmann movie. I never watched The Great Gatsby. I never watched Moulin Rouge. I never saw Romeo and Juliet. So I was not familiar with his work. But from what I've heard, it's pretty extravagant, and the movie was definitely that. The way it was edited, the way it was filmed, the cinematography, the lighting, just everything about it really, well, maybe not every, but God, the majority of it was really spot on. Austin's performance as Elvis is really, really, I'm going to say spectacular. I think he did a phenomenal job. He really captured the essence of Elvis. There are times where he kind of really almost does look like Elvis, and it's really a credit to the makeup and everything else, but also his performance and his mannerisms and his the way that Elvis would use his voice during certain eras. It was very well done. And now seeing Tom Hanks's, performance and even thinking about it more, again, I think the biggest problem I had with Tom Hanks's performance was the accent. But other than that, I think he did a very good job. There were times during the movie where it is you're not looking at Austin the actor, you're not looking at Tom the actor, you're looking at Elvis and the Colonel. And I think that really speaks volumes for the movie. So those of you who are on the fence, I would give my highest recommendation to go see this movie. And if you're disappointed, then I'm sorry, but I really think, whether you're an Elvis fan or you're not an Elvis fan, either way, it's an excellent movie. All right. So yesterday I said it was at a solid good. I'm gonna say it's actually better than that. The more that I thought about it, I definitely do want to go and see it again because I really want to take it in. There are parts where they kind of do the on tour split screen thing, and it's great, but you're looking over here and there's something going on over here, and then it's gone, so it's like, oh, what did I, but there's a lot of that. So no matter how much you pay attention, you're gonna miss stuff. That's probably the only complaint that I have. So whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing, because now upon further viewings, hopefully there's always going to be something new to catch. So that has it going for it. So again, I don't know. You could see that as a plus. You could see that as a negative. I'm gonna look at it as a plus because I do plan on watching this movie more than once. So I really don't know what else I could say because I don't want to give any spoilers, but what spoilers can I possibly give? I mean, if you know the Elvis story, there's really nothing. I don't think that's going to be groundbreaking to you. If you're not familiar with Elvis, then it's a semi-decent history, lesson of him. Again, not 100% entirely accurate, of course, but a lot of it a lot of it kind of is. Although, they take certain liberties with things. Like, for example, oh, should I give this away? Ah, you know what? Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear a potential spoiler, turn it off. All right, but the part in the movie where Elvis, how he learns about the Colonel's identity and the time frame of it, and the way that they kind of meld it in almost with the "that's the way it is" era, but after that, I don't know. You'll see, but then him just having a complete tirade on stage against the colonel, and it was yeah, it, yeah. Look, overall, there were parts that I was like meh, but overall, it was really a very very well made movie, and it's enjoyable and it's entertaining. And yes, they take liberties here and there, but I guess that's to be expected. So I do hope that this is going to generate more interest in Elvis at this time, because he truly deserves it. He truly deserves it. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So if you want, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And especially if you saw the movie, what you thought of it. All right, but I appreciate you all. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and take care.